Welcome to Liberator Online Media Report, where we bring to you news and current affairs, breaking news and more. Today, we shall look at the relevance of Colonel Umar's letter to Mr. President and a lot more. And now, moving to the issue of national security on the appointments of service chief based on geopolitical zone, with Abubakar Kailani and Umar Usman. A lot of controversial comments had hinted the politics on retired Colonel Dangiwa'S accusation on media, where he sees lopsidedness on the federal government of Nigeria. Abubakar Kailani has the report.
According to a report on page 7 of the Daily Trust newspaper of Monday, June 1st, 2020, detailing the geopolitical spread of the appointments made by President Muhammadu Buhari in the last 5 years, each geopolitical zone got the following percentage: Southwest 33.7%, Northwest 19.5%, Northeast 15.3%, South-South 12.6%, North Central 11.1%, Southeast 7.9%. Cumulatively, the South as a region has 54.2%, while the North as a region, including parts of it that often see themselves as Southerners, has only 45.8%.
And the figurative analysis, not by percentage, shows that 64 persons have been appointed from the Southwest, 37 from the Northwest, 29 from the Northeast, 24 from the South-South, 21 from the North Central, and 15 from the Southeast. These figures are not a reflection of the lies, mischief, hate, propaganda, and fake news waged against the administration by bigots and hate mongers from southern Nigeria, usually aided and abetted by the historical bigoted southern press, that the administration's appointments are lopsided in favor of the North.
Apart from that, the figures also do not serve justice to the great voters of Northwest and Northeast, who constitute the largest voting blocs and who equally trooped out in millions both in 2015 and 2019, usually under tense security situations to bring this administration to fruition. It goes against the grains of both natural and spiritual justice that those who labored most to bring a cause into existence are served less by the very cause they played the most prominent role to bat, and it even becomes annoying and irritating that those who are undeservedly served most are always at the forefront of the campaign of lies and hate against the very cause that serves them most at the expense of those it serves less.
Cheap lies and blackmail have most often been their stock of trade, which if you are not a good discerner of facts, you could easily fall for. Even a certain retired Colonel Umar Dangiwa, who probably thinks his existence in Kaduna is threatened if he does not pander to these lies and blackmail that are habitually churned by these professional liars and blackmailers, is all over the papers today claiming or warning that Buhari's lopsided appointments could destroy Nigeria, as if it is Buhari's non-lopsided appointments that looted $16 billion power funds between 1999 and 2006 alone and left us in darkness, or whether it was Buhari's appointments that left our roads in craters, left the second Niger Bridge as a mere drawing,
left Ajakuta Steel Complex as a mere idea, left our railways the way our colonial masters left it, left the Mambila hydroelectric dam project as a forgotten idea, left the Nigerian Airways dead and buried, left pensioners broken and battered, and then left Nigeria as a net importer of food it can grow. While Umar Dangiwa is guaranteed his freedom of clowning on his theater of absurdity, the facts published by Daily Trust simply makes it compelling for President Buhari to address this embarrassingly lopsided appointment, which are heavily skewed against the North.
And should we even expect any apologies from the bigots who have repeatedly insulted and deliberately mischaracterized the president's appointments as lopsided in favor of the North? No, we shouldn't. And that's because they have so endowed themselves with unlimited shamelessness, such that even tomorrow they will still swim in that very same portrayed lake of lies, blackmail, hate, and bigotry.
The president should make amends, and that's all. After all, they have succeeded in spoiling his name with their megawatts of lies amongst themselves. And who cares? Colonel Dangiwa'S was appointed the military governor of Kaduna State when he was a bachelor and an ordinary major in Nigeria Nigerian army. The humility and incompetence with which Dangiwa handled the Kafanchan crisis were a clear testimony for his unsuitability to govern one of the most sophisticated states in the country. Along with Dangiwa were other junior officers of northern extraction who were appointed as either governors or ministers by General Babangida, even in the abundance of more senior and experienced officers. We did not see Dangiwa rejecting his appointment, nor writing a letter to Babangida as he has done to Buhari and Umar Yar'Adua. Now, if I may ask, does Colonel Dangiwa Umar only get disappointed when appointments to public offices are skewed in favor of northern Muslims? Otherwise, how many letters did he write to challenge Obasanjo or Jonathan over their appointments that were dominated by Christian South? While service chiefs under Buhari are 50-50 between Christians and Muslims, it was 80-20 in favor of Christians in the time of Obasanjo. And what is in an appointment? How has the appointment of Buratai as Chief of Army Staff and Mongunu as the National Security Advisor changed the lot of Borno people? The northern eastern state is still ravaged by killings as our sons call the shots in the Abuja Power Corridor. What I thought Dangiwa or any other statesman writing Buhari will hammer on is the insecurity of lives and property in which Buhari states of Katsina is among the worst hit. Unfortunately for people of Dangiwa's generation, the blood of Muslim northerners is very cheap. This is why he did not see him or his master taking any serious action against the killers of Muslims in Kafanchan in 1987. Their inaction was what embodied Damani Lekot and his cohorts to unleash mayhem on Zangon Kataf, a team Babangida forgave. We are fed up with the hypocrisy of these so-called nationalists. Dangiwa Umar and his court travelers should please leave us alone to bury our dead and heal our wounds as attacks on us continue in the northwest. If they like, they can take all the public offices to the south. The rest of us have no problem with that.
Alhaji Buba Galadima, a top politician in the country, has made very tough remarks concerning the open letter that was written to the president by Colonel Dangiwa Umar, who is a retired military governor of Kaduna State, concerning the way Mr. President appoints his ministers and other appointees. This remark was made during an interview on AIT program on Monday night, 1st of June. The politician and a close associate to the president said that he was so disappointed in Colonel Dangiwa Umar for writing such an open letter criticizing the present government. Alhaji Buba Galadima was quoted saying, "Dangiwa is jealous of Buhari. I'm surprised he could write such an open letter," he said. The top northern politician also made claims that no one can criticize Mr. President's way of appointing the appointees into office because it's the right way and not try sidelining in it. He said the way Buhari appoints is the right way. There is no tribe or ethnic group that is not involved in Buhari cabinet or administration. The politician and die-hard Buhari supporter also claims that Buhari administration has been the fairest in terms of appointment, dishing out to all tribes in the country.
Ajibola Basiru, spokesman of the Senate, says the letter written by Umar Dangiwa, former military administrator of Kaduna, on alleged lopsided appointments made by President Muhammadu Buhari is filled with political platitudes, not statistics.
We come to the end of today's edition of Liberator Online Media Report. On behalf of the Executive Director, Engineer Dr. Kailani Muhammad, and my colleagues in the studio, I'm Mohammed Abubakar saying goodbye.